Hey guys, let me just get that out of there. I'll just wait till everybody's on here. Wait till a couple of people say hello. This is a continuation from the original video that I did on this, which has been coming up recommended a couple of times when you guys come to my channel. One particular video comes up, and this is back when I was doing the cards, so just keep that in mind that it is a card reading. I'm not doing them currently or ever again, but this is from when I did do them, so just to clear up any confusion for any newcomers. Hey Diana, hey Kelly. I'm waiting for my Brina. Where's my girl? I'm gonna wait until my whole family's here. And I do have a disclaimer, but I'll wait till everybody's here for the disclaimer. Hey, Brina. Okay, we're good now. I'm just waiting for MJ, but I'm sure she has homework or something. So if she's not able to come, then she'll catch the replay. But that being said, I want to mention a disclaimer before I begin. And the disclaimer is as follows. If you are an on the fencer that's only here for drama, please go to the side of drama and exit out of the chat, because I will no longer from this point forward take defectors, take mutiny, take Judas type behavior. So if you're playing both sides, just go to the other side. Okay? Because I have seen people on here that talk shit about certain people and then want to go on their channels, talk shit about me. I'm not going to stand for it. So if you're that type of person, please kindly exit stage left. This has been a disclaimer. All right? I'm not going to take any more Judas Iscariot type behavior. Okay. I'm not. I have no time for the Judases here. You're not going to sell me for 30 pieces of silver. Sorry. No. So, if you're still on the fence, then let me make your decision a lot easier for you. If you're only watching me for her, or anybody else that I may not know is hating on me, then please just go over there. Let's just make the decision that much less difficult for you. Okay? I'm not here for the drama. I'm here to enlighten and illuminate. I'm not here to hate. Okay? Now, with that being said, we lead right into the subject matter of this live. Okay? We have 10 people in the chat here and about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the chat here. So who's the other 6? Who's the other 6? Very, very interesting. So I'm going to give you some tips, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have tips as well, how to avoid being swindled, taken advantage of, or directly attacked by these karmics. Now, a lot of these karmics are witches. I want to point something out. Certain entities that have piggybacked and coattailed off of my name have been saying that I call myself Karmics Source Nightmare. When have I ever said that, guys? For as long as I've had this channel, it's been Karmics Worst Nightmare. Worst. I can't help it that you are having a dead battery in those hearing aids of yours. You need to change your hearing aid battery, because I never once said Karmic Source Nightmare. I never once said it. First thing, keep the receipts. And I do mean keep the receipts. And I'm needing to do that these days. It seems that certain people want to fancy themselves a big old powerful witch. Meanwhile, there's not a single spell that has been written by them, made by them on their whole ass playlist of spells, most of them being death spells. So I'm the very public target of this individual, but who knows how many people she's silently putting the juju on. So this is why I'm saying, you defect over there, you're stuck there. Because she even sniffs out some kind of mutiny, or you getting ready to leave, or finding some shit out, she will be pulling from that list. And there are several death spells in that playlist, as well as music to play over that spell. And I have the screenshots to prove it. So even if this person takes it down, I still have it. Case in point, I was going to make a video using those screenshots. Tell me why, after having the volume rocker all the way up and all of the settings on my phone all the way up to be able to display my voice, when I recorded it, my voice was not recorded. Tell me why. Who's trying to silence me, and for what, if you didn't need to silence me? This is all the process of deduction, guys. We're all very, very good at deducting things. Okay? Okay. Alrighty. First thing, guys. I know that there are no salons that are open right now, but eventually they will reopen. I suggest you learn to either cut your own hair or only have it cut by somebody you trust, because of the fact that a lot of these salon workers are witches and they're dealing with your skull. And this person had said that she would put me in a skull. She just stepped in shit, because now this gives an extra thing to look out for. If you're going to get your hair done, keep in mind, your skull is in somebody's hands. Your skull is in somebody's hands. And they're in a position where they're in the back of you, talking into your crown, touching your hair, your antenna, speaking over you silently. Ooh, yes, girl, this, and ooh, yes, girl, that. You don't know what they are whispering into your skull. It's very vulnerable, a very vulnerable position indeed to be in. Okay? So if any of you get your hair done regularly, I would suggest learn how to do the style yourself. Get your own hairpiece or wig or whatever, and learn to put it on yourself. Okay? If it has something to do with cutting, dyeing, okay, learn to do it yourself. Okay? Because you're really putting yourself in these witches' hands. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be angry at me for saying this, but I don't give a fuck what they have to say. I'm protecting the people that want to watch this video. Okay? I have not had my hair professionally cut in a while. I cut my own hair. And yes, sometimes it's obvious that I do, but I would rather do it myself. You don't know what they're whispering into your skull. Yes, Diana, this is the thing. You don't know what kind of spell work somebody is doing over in Spanish, it's a peluca, right? You don't know what spell work they're doing over this wig before they place it on your head. And once they fix it to your head, because a lot of the good wigs okay, are the lace front, which require glue. Okay, so that they're doing something over the glue, putting it over your head so it's cemented to your skull. Okay? Please be wary. Please be wary. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that everybody does this, but just be on the up and up with that. Okay? If you feel any kind of something's not right, like for instance, if they're charging everybody a certain amount and then all of a sudden they charge you this exorbitant amount, what is their ultimate goal with that? A, to cheat you. B, they just don't like the light that you bring, so they want to do something, anything to try to squash your light. And for a woman, her crown is her hair. Okay? For some of these women, they have some fucked up lives behind the scenes when they close up shop. And they want to extend a little bit of that misfortune to anyone else. I will never get my hair, most likely, professionally cut again. You know, styling, I'll be blessed up and prayed up, day of my wedding, for that. And it's something that, so that's probably the only difference in days that I'll probably trust it all, because I'll be too high vibe and that'll cancel out any of the, any negative vibes. Okay. But just suffice it to say, guys, salons is one thing you got to look out for. Okay. Nope. So before we continue, I'm going to take a look at the chat here. You see, Brina? Oh my goodness. Look at that. She just said it. Look, I know you're telling the truth, because there's some places where I used to get my hair done while they were standing behind me doing my hair. I could hear the mumbling. Something always made me uncomfortable. You see? Do you see? Deanna, yep. Hey, Sheila. This is the thing. This is the thing. You guys know Mama Dukes over here. Okay, she's Grandma Bear here. I'm Mama Bear. She's Grandma Bear. But I trust her to cut my hair, because she just gets the edges that I can't get, because it's like, you're cutting your own hair and it's like it's not going to come out even. So she gets whatever, it's not, she just takes whatever little edges are kind of sticking out, right? But that's Mama. When I was little, she used to cut my hair. So yeah, when I talk about, family members that might be, doing that, it's usually extended, not direct, but extended. Okay. Like cousins, second cousins, third cousins, extended. That's right. And that reminds me, I have to show you guys the ideas that I have. It's really, really pretty. Oh my goodness. I fell in love with it when I saw it on Pinterest. I was like, oh, that's so nice. I know I can't do that myself. So I will need to enlist a professional to do that. It's very intricate. So that being said, salons is the first thing. Okay. Now, does that extend to the nail salons? Perhaps. Okay. but I don't feel it's intentional. Some of this is like, for instance, for the nail salons, it may be some of the magic is not intentional. And there's a difference between intentional and unintentional. Okay. Because thoughts are alive and, they bounce off whoever they bounce off of. Okay. The nail tech may be having a particularly bad day at home and be thinking about it. And as they're pushing on your cuticles and everything, it's like, it's injecting that energy. Right. But I want you to watch out for that too. I'm not getting too many downloads about that particularly because it's your hands, right? And even though your hands are energy centers too, it's the fingertips, okay? Really watch out for the skull though, okay? Because that's where the brain is contained and where thoughts, and when you have a thought about something, usually take action on that thought. This is why I'm highlighting hair salons, okay? Yeah. Unfortunately, Diana. Unfortunately. Look at that. Look at that. You see? Venia? Is that the way you say your name? Venia. Okay. All right. So, hi, elegance. Hello, Sweden. Sweden's in the house. Okay. So, that's the first thing. Okay. Second thing. And I'm going to put the link to the original video I'm going to pin it in a comment under here because it keeps coming up as a recommended for people that come to this channel. And there's a reason for that, okay? Because a lot of the Karmics are witches, okay? Have been witches before they even knew they were Karmics, or are Karmics that got into witchery, okay? Either or, okay? So that being said, the second one that I want you guys to look out for is, got to give me a moment here, guys. I had a whole list. Emotional baiting. And I've talked about this before. Okay. There's a lot of witches here on YouTube. Here, one that I'm dealing with right now that, as I said before, fancies herself a big ass witch, big bad witch. But all of her playlist is other people's work. Now, I'm going to say something. Okay. I'm sure in the world of witchery, a person puts their work out there, they're not going to especially like, and I do suspect that on this person, okay? They're not going to like, as a witch themselves, to have their work out there, for, whatever reason, that they put it out there, okay? Because YouTube, you have all kinds of things on YouTube, okay? But I'm sure they won't like the fact that most likely this entity has a whole playlist of different types of spells, mostly doom spells, which means death unto my enemies. Okay, D-U-M-E. All right. And I feel that these witches are not going to like the fact that she's using these things to not only pump herself up, which, that's most likely the intention of a spell, but not only pump herself up, but exalt herself even above them. Okay. Because there's no loyalty in that area. There's none. It's, energy being slung back and forth. Right. And if somebody picks up that you're trying to use this to exalt yourself even above them and to kind of crush them too, and they're the ones that wrote the spell, they're not going to like that. Okay, so, this person loving to exalt herself as a high witch, yet doesn't have any spells written herself, may meet her ultimate demise at the hands of another one, at the hands of another witch. Karma, when it comes in, it's kind of like a divine comedy, right? It's like you're trying the absolute most, but you're going to meet your demise at the very hands of what you used against somebody else. What does God say? Live by the sword, die by the sword, right? So if you're trying to cut other people off, they're going to cut you. So, keep adding to the list, And, the things I have screenshots. So, even the person denies it or anything, or tries to use word magic to try to, this woman had, I was very, very, and this is the thing. Sure, we're watching each other. You open this can of worms, right? Thing is, she had the nerve to say that she, quote unquote, heard a voice that sounded like mine that said that I hope she chokes on her taco. Honey, the fuck do I care if you're eating tacos? When you're eating tacos, the fact that you're eating tacos, I don't care what's going on in your life, honey. Eat all the tacos in the world if you want to. She, quote unquote, heard this voice. Now, honey, if you're hearing voices, I'm not your biggest problem. I think you need to re-up and visit the CVS down the street, okay? And refill your psych medication, love, okay? Yes. Mm-hmm. So what's another way to prevent you from being a victim of this witchery, okay? One of the sore points of this individual was the fact that she didn't like that I was saying for you guys not to talk about your unions. And again, I will reiterate, it's not that I don't care. Actually, I want us all to be sitting at that table and breaking bread when this is all over. But for the time being, we have to be protective. Treat this union as if it were your own child. Wouldn't you do everything you can to protect your child? I know I would, okay? So the reason that I say don't talk about your unions here, whatever the status is, whatever these witches believe, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is, okay? And it's going to annoy them. They're going to respond with videos that, try to discredit people, okay, that don't want to talk about their unions. And really, if you think about it, for something so sacred, why would it be public knowledge? Why would it be public knowledge? Anybody can click on a video and watch it, a good person or a bad person, okay? And if they see in the comments, XYZ, oh, and if they're a hating ass bitch, a hating ass witch that wants to destroy for the sake of destroying because they're miserable, and these individuals are in a real lack of love mentality, what's to say that they see that comment and you being very, very innocent and happy and wanting to share your good fortune to inspire other people? They will take that and use it against you. Your intention is to inspire other people and to make them hopeful and peaceful. But their intention, seeing that comment, oh, well, let me put that one in the jar. Okay, let me put that name in the little cauldron and burn it. You have to be wary, guys. Okay, this is why I'm telling you, do not talk about them on here. Okay, because they're watching. And it's very obvious when you're making 752 videos about me that you are watching. And who knows if this is going to be 753rd. Okay. Yes, there are some healers, that really do have the intention to heal people. And that's a beautiful thing. But there are even more, Venia. Even more, that's a rarity. That's a rarity. There are healers. There's no denying there are healers. Okay. But they are very small in number in comparison to the majority of which are not good. Okay. There's nobody here saying that there aren't good healers that have nothing but good intentions. But there are even more that don't have good intentions. That is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So I'm just looking at the chat here. You see? Good, Elegant. Good, good. Best thing you could do is pray. Yes, Kelly, it's sacred for a reason. Exactly. Yes. Thank you, Kelly. Wait till a witch turn on her ass for writing her coattails. You see? You have a whole ass fucking playlist of other people's work. Okay? Because it takes a lot to write a spell. It's trial and error, right? It takes a lot to write a spell. And then the person shares it. Okay? And then you want to keep it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read to you what I see here. Now watch this. I mean, I'll be very, very surprised if she keeps it on here as I'm reading to you what she has on her playlist. I'm going to read it to you right now. Where is it? There's a lot. There's a lot. Okay. 2 death spells in this playlist, okay, of hers. The first one says cast most powerful death spell with whatever, okay? Second one says most powerful death spell for an enemy, okay? Shows you where her mind is. Coffin spell to curse someone, okay? A whole video that says, and I quote, the joys of cursing. I'm not lying. I have it right here. I have the screenshot. So even if she deletes it, I got it. The joys of cursing, the doom blacklist. It's that serious, guys. So this is what else is on this playlist here. Spell to make him obsessed with you. And this is a person that calls herself a divine feminine. If you have to do any control, manipulative magic, you're not a DF. I'm sorry. If you can't let this thing gel on its own, okay, look what she's doing. Spell to make him obsessed with you. Really? It doesn't seem to be working. I don't see homeboy on your video. Check this out. In 3 days, enemy's life will burn like hell. Like I said, I'm the very, very vocal and public target. But who knows who else she's doing this to? The beg for forgiveness crying spell. Really? And you're a divine feminine, right? Okay. Let's see what else is here. Apparently, all of the money spells aren't working because there is a 7 strategies to remove blocks video on here on the playlist. Okay. And this all started with that very first video saying that I had subliminals. I'm not being subliminal at all. This bitch knows who I'm talking about. It's you, bitch. It is you. Okay. There's nothing subliminal about it. The very first video she made about me was talking about that I was making subliminals to her. Meanwhile, and I quote, she has a video on her playlist that says subliminal, make him miss you, regret. And the very last one that she had on here is, and I quote, drum roll please, spell to wreck a business. Yeah. So this is what we're dealing with. This is the type of bitch that we're dealing with. We have to be careful, guys, okay? Yes, granted, there are good healers and, God bless you guys. But there are even more witches that are not good. There are even more, okay? I'm going to be quite honest with you. It's kind of a 60-40 ratio where it's bad to good, okay? It's never even Stevens, okay? Kelly, you tell him. Tell him, Kelly. You see? Yep. Tell him in the back, Brina. Tell him. All of them to serve her own selfish ends. And every single one of them that she's used are going to backfire tenfold. Because that's just the law. It's not my law. It's God's law. You use something to manipulate. You will go against my will. And not only are you doing it not necessarily to improve yourself, but to destroy anybody else. There's a difference in doing things to make your life more abundant and happy. But what good is that abundance and happiness when you're trying to destroy anybody else? We got you, boo-boo. We got you on screen saying that you were going to put me in a skull. Okay? We got you. There's no going back from that. Okay? It's too hot in the kitchen, Kelly. It's too hot. They know. And it's probably her that was watching because, homegirl's a little obsessed and pressed with me. Hey, Aries. Who am I talking about, Egyptian? I think it should have been a little clear by now. If you've been following, I don't know if you've been following along with the rest of the lives, but there is a person that seems to be very, very pressed about my influence and me standing in my power as a leader here and wants to knock me down. And that shit ain't happening because here I am again online on YouTube. And it's going to be that way. So, get pressed and stressed, but it ain't going to be me. Very desperate, Brina. Very, very desperate. Egyptian, I'll give you a hint who it's about. Take a look at the title in the description box below. That's who it's about. Actually, no, it's not. I know what it feels like that it might be about Johnny Depp and Amber. I'll talk about that in a minute. That's actually kind of connected into this, okay? But I did use Amber's image because she is the epitome of a karmic, okay? And that's why I used her image, okay? So if we're going to talk a little bit about Amber, we're starting to see a lot of the exposure going on right now, okay? Case in point, Amber thought that she had Johnny over a barrel, and everything that she did is turning back on her tenfold. She tried to get him spied on, didn't work. They couldn't find anything. As a matter of fact, everybody that this person talked to, this PI, detective, whatever, had nothing but glowing things to say about Johnny. Okay. So this is like a focal point here. What happens to a karmic when time's up? Okay. Yeah, I do too, Aries. Angelina was the karmic. But, you know, I had spoken about that in a previous video too. You know, you just tell who's who. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you this much. I feel that everything that's happening right now with the exposure and the fall of the dark cabal and all of this stuff, okay? Everything that's crumbling right now, I feel really it started and I kind of knew. I kind of knew that there was going to be a war, right? When the cathedral burned. When I saw that, something in me said, oh boy. Oh boy, and so it starts. And look where we are. Okay? Hold on, guys. I have to answer this. Oh, yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just got some extra screenshots here. Yep. So that being said, guys, the top things that I have to tell you is to watch and observe, okay? Do not share your personal things that are going on about your money, your love, your happiness, because these are things that people that you don't know what they're doing behind closed doors will try to work in secret to try to destroy. Okay? You have to be very, very, unfortunately, you have to be very secretive. Okay? It's something that even if something good happens to you, you just can't share it. Don't share it on social media, you know, keep that in your own personal like diary, journal, whatever, okay? And write it down. Don't put it on anything electronic, okay? Because they use computers and phones and everything as portals, okay? Be old school and write it down on a pen and paper, okay? I did too a long time ago. I did too, Janie. The thing is that with her, at least we know what she's all about. It's just that she just doesn't believe in all of this stuff, and she's, you know what you're getting with her. But then there are some that try to blend in, at least with Amber, you know what you're getting. Okay, so whether you are subscribed or unsubscribed, you know what you're getting with her, and it's all a resonation thing. Okay, she just doesn't believe. Okay, but it's the ones that blend God into their works. Okay, try to mention his name, but don't want anything to do with him. Those are the ones we have to watch. At least with Amber, I'm going to say, you know what you're getting. You either click or you don't click. It's you know what you're getting with her. She just doesn't believe, and there is nothing that we can say or whatever. And look, that's between you and the creator that you're ultimately going to meet. But I'm not going to get on my high horse about that. Okay, it's really, you know what you're getting with her. But it's the ones that I'm talking about that blend God into whatever they're trying to do, as if he's mocked. That's the point that I'm trying to make. I mean, she's a horse of a different color. You know what you're getting with her. So you either jive with her or you don't. Okay? But it's the ones that actually mention God that you got to look out for. Okay? Like, case in point, this individual that I've been talking about has a video on her playlist that talks about how somebody left the occult. Meanwhile, there's a whole other playlist on how she can destroy you. Do you see what I'm trying to get at here? Do you see what I'm trying to get at? At least with this Amber person, you know she just doesn't believe, and that's that. Boom. Okay? Happy trails. Okay? But it's the ones that try to trick you by blending God into the equation. That's the trickery you got to look out for. Okay? Yep. So I expected this video to be a lot longer, but apparently I thought it was going to be a long ass list. Apparently those are the only things that you really have to look out for. Don't be so trusting, guys. Okay. Some of you guys are mothers. Would you be trusting with any kind of weirdo around your kids? No. Your union is your child. It's your child. Protect it like you would your own child. Okay? And if you got some evil bitches out here that want to have you slip up and spill the beans about what's going on with you, and I don't know what's going on with you, and as far as the virtual world here, none of us should know what's going on, okay, with those comments. All right? I mean, yes, I've spoken to you guys offline and everything. It's like, but over here where the whole world can watch, you don't know who's in the world. But stronger is he who is in you than he who is in the world. Okay? Yes, Aries. Yes. The thing is, they like to say God, but like I said in my previous videos, are they referring to the God of this world or the Abrahamic God? Okay, and there are some people that have called me since, I, have devoted myself to Christ, to God, okay? They call me a religious nut now. You call me whatever you want, okay? As long as I'm called blessed, anointed by God, I don't care about the labels you have for me. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Drinking too. That's a good point, Brina. I'm gonna let you guys know about that too. Um, at some point, everything's gonna reopen, right? And people are gonna be wanting to go to bars and everything. There's a reason why they call liquor spirits. Okay? When you drink a lot, it lowers your inhibitions. Some inhibitions are there for your protection. Okay? But be careful because when you're happy, and when I drink, I get very happy. Okay? I get very, very happy and I love everybody. I love you. I love you. I love you too. Oh, huggy, huggy, huggy. Okay. That's the kind of drunk that I am when I drink. Okay. Okay. I love everybody. All right. But that's also, you got to be careful. As your inhibition is lowered, so is your guard. As you're lowering your guard, you know how they say in the saying, drunk men tell no tales? Okay. You just start spilling the beans. Be careful if somebody that you don't usually trust wants to take you out for drinks. Okay? Don't trust it. They're trying to lower your inhibitions so that you spill the beans. Yep. Yep. Yes, Kelly. Mm-hmm. Also, when you're out, okay? And I have said this before, and my mom had actually told me this, okay? So this is being passed down from an older generation, okay? When you go out to drink, if you're going out to drink, keep your hand over the lip of your over the opening of your drink. Keep your hand over it. Okay? Because not only physical things can be dropped in there, but people could be saying things over your drink. Okay? There's a reason they call it spirits. Okay? Brina, we're going to have so much fun. I love you too. Look, I'm a happy drunk, okay? You know, but I'm harmless. Some people are harmful, okay? I'm just a goober, but some people are very harmful, all right? Yep, exactly, Kelly, exactly. Case in point, guys, the other day, and my mom can testify and vet this, okay? There was somebody that I had an issue with when I was much younger. And very recently, before this whole Corona shit broke out, I had actually bumped into her mother. Okay. And you know, as a spiritual person, when somebody has bad vibes, she's like, hola, 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 like rubbing my back. Oh, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? How you been? How you been? And I was like, oh, get the fuck away from me. I'm like, when you don't want to be rude, but you want to let them know, please get off me, fuck off me, right? It's like you move your shoulders and your back, like, fuck off me, right? I just don't like the energy. I can tell. It's almost like I could smell it on you. And you over here touching my back, like, like I'm your new best friend. No, honey. No. Got a history. Okay. Goodbye. I love you, Brina. I do, and I'm not even drunk. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, it is. Let me tell you something. When we all break bread together, I'll be like, let me get a refill. But it's good because I'll already have a layer of food in my stomach. So even if I drink a little too much, it's not going to have the effects as if I were to not be eating anything, not having anything lining my stomach and cushioning it from the effects of the alcohol. And it doesn't have that much of an effect on me. That's something that mommy taught me too. Okay, so thank you, mommy. Yeah, she's saying over here, she doesn't want to interrupt the broadcast, so she's kind of whispering here. It's okay, mommy. She said, eat something, then drink, right? That way you have something in the lining of your stomach and it doesn't have that kind of effect on you. Okay, so that's some free advice from Grandma Bear over here. Okay, so yeah, Aries, yeah, it's you really got to protect yourself. It's because sometimes we do want a little drinky, and if you must, have your little drink and everything, stores are still open and everything, get a couple of six packs. If you pass out, you pass out in your own bed. Okay? Safe. Okay? Hmm. Thank you, Deanna. Let's see here. It says here, I stopped drinking like I used to back when I was younger. I only drink once in a blue moon. I like blue moons, by the way, but it's one of my favorite beers. Occasionally, like when me and my family get together, I may have one cup of wine or something. Yeah, I mean, de vez en cuando, it's fine for when you're getting together and everything. You want to let loose a little bit, but if these are people that are connected, people you never met before and everything, and you're out at a bar somewhere, just be careful, okay? What was strange, guys? What's going on here that I don't know about? Oof. I wouldn't put it past her, Aries. I wouldn't put it past her. The thing is, everything that she's been doing to him is backfiring on her. And when I saw that this is where it begins. Okay. And now you see everybody's getting exposed. Hold on, guys. So I'm going to pretty much end it here. I thought this was going to be a longer video, but basically, guys, it's just basically 3, okay? Anything where your skull is involved, because once somebody puts something into your head, you usually take action by what's in your head, right? Because you're thinking about it. So just be very wary of what I told you about the hairdressing and wig application, all of that stuff. Anything where they can touch your skull, touch your hair. Okay, they're working in back of you so that they can whisper things into your skull. Okay, they don't need an actual little skull. Okay, like some people. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, do not be so forthcoming with your unions. Okay, this is something that should be treated like you protecting your child. Okay. All right. And also, don't put yourself in a situation. Third one, don't put yourself in a situation where your guard could be let down. Drinking, inebriation, getting high. Okay. If you let it slip, let anything slip what's going on with you, they could take it and work it against you. Okay. So that being said, guys, I guess that's it. All right. If there's anything else, there was something else that I wanted to talk about, but basically, and also keep in mind, a lot of these karmics are on YouTube. Okay. They are on YouTube. The one that I'm dealing with right now, she is on YouTube. Okay. She's a karmic if I ever saw one. I mean, it's like, textbook definition, her picture right next to karmic, noun, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, and it's very funny how these karmics want to call us divine feminine karmics. It's a deflection tactic. Okay. It's deflection, plain and simple. If a karmic is calling you divine feminine, a karmic, that's a big fucking red flag there. Okay. It's desperation, and desperation stinks. It smells. Okay. It's no more blood in that body. It's sulfur and brimstone. Okay. Really. As I said in my community board post, Satan has his hand so far up her ass that he's tickling her tonsils. Okay. It's not even her talking anymore. All right. And this motherfucker's having a hell of a good time using her for his ends, knowing full well I'm not going to leave YouTube, but make another video in response. Make another video in response to this one. Make another video. And 752 videos later, while I'm still here and your whole channel has become about me, you're going to wake up one day. It's like, damn, I could have been talking about something else and actually been contributing something instead of hating on somebody. But it is what it is. You can't win them all. Okay. You can't save everybody. You can't. So that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. I love you guys very, very much. And I promise we will get to the other side here. We're almost at the finish line, guys. Look what's happening. All of the karmics are coming out in fell swoops and doing the absolute most. They're being extra. Okay. Just by what I'm going through with this chick right now, that's proof right there. Unions are coming. Okay. That's proof right there. If they have to come out of their holes at all, that means unions are coming. All right. So she can say whatever she wants about me. She thinks she got me pegged. It's like, I don't know what demons are talking to you. I mean, if you thought that I was telling you to go choke on your taco, it's like, you got to kind of do a little bit of a cleanse there. You see if you need a re-up on your medication. All right. Because if the first thing that happens when you wake up, if I'm the first thing on your mind when you wake up, that says a lot more about you than it does about me. Facts. Hashtag facts. So that being said, guys, I love you guys and I will talk to you soon. Let me see what it says here. Yep, exactly, Keating. Exactly. That's fine. That's fine. He is setting her up. He is setting her up for her own downfall. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. So this is Karmic's worst nightmare. Okay, get it right. Turn your hearing aid up, bitch. Okay. At 39 years old, you shouldn't be wearing a hearing aid yet. Okay. It's more like you 93. Okay. Turn your hearing aid up. Okay. Decipher which voices are yours and which voices are, whatever multiple personalities you have. Okay. And kind of check them, because you're over here saying things that I don't care how many fucking tacos you put in your mouth. Okay. Have at it. Okay. But, that being said, guys, let me get off here because I could be here for a while of just roasting this bitch. Okay, I could be here for a while, so let me just stop it right here. Okay, love you guys, and thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. I give it right back, and I will talk to you guys soon. Please like, share, and subscribe, and take care, guys. God bless.